I had a comment on a beaded grape video that they were having trouble following along, so I thought I would do another video where I'm just live recording it as if I'm live streaming, and I'm not going to do a voiceover at the end. I'm just going to talk as I make this. So I have cut 26 gauge round copper wire about 15 inches long. I'm just going to bend over the end a little bit so that as I add my beads, they don't fall off. So I'm using the rare instance of the serrated jaw pliers, which I tend to not use too much when I'm making any of my wire jewelry. So that end is just as a stopper, and then I'm going to add teardrops to the other side. The teardrops are 4 mil by 6 mil. So that is for this particular tree. I've done teardrops in slightly different sizes, so you don't have to find 4 by 6 teardrops, but this will give you an idea of how those look. And you can see that these teardrops, they're glass and they have sort of a silver and greenish shine on them. So just go ahead and add all of the teardrops. I'm using 21. I have occasionally not had 21 and I've used 20 or 19, and that works fine. I don't know why I like to use 21, but you will see it works out pretty well. And I have one leaf for adding later. It is not very grapey. Maple leaves, if you can't find grape leaves, look more like grape leaves than this little leaf, but this little leaf is also green and silver, so it matches my beads well, and that's why I wanted to use it for this set of grapes. And what do you do with the grapes? You can use them as wine charms or earrings or a pendant. They do have little tendrils, so be aware that that can get tangled in your hair if you've got tangle prone hair. So if you're making those, you can either just skip the little tendrils or figure out a way, maybe make them much more compact so that they don't get tangled in your hair. If you're going to be wearing these as earrings, if you have short hair, then this is not a concern of yours. So there is the last of the 21 beads. I will go ahead and do the same little bend to this end of the wire, just because who wants to have to put beads back on? I will maybe end up cutting those off and making the wire a little bit shorter after I'm done. So then I'm going to go just sort of find the center and count down to the 7th bead on either side. If you're left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. This is a design that can be done either direction. So I'm grabbing the 7th bead from one side, and I'm just making a little bit of room because I'm going to pull the wire tightly around it and just twist a couple of times. It doesn't have to be a lot of twisting. Now I'm going to line up the tops of these remaining sets of beads, so you can see one is much longer than the other one, twice as long, right? So then just start twisting. So I did just make a little twist at the top. Let's show that again. Just a little twist at the top so that this doesn't start sliding down the wires, and then twist the longer one around the shorter one. And then magically, you have a little cluster of grapes. Then go ahead and twist up this wire, because we're going to do just a basic wire wrap loop. So I'm twisting that up. That looks about right, and that's the wrong end of the just under an inch, or if you are a metric person, about 2 centimeters. Then I'm using the round nose pliers to do a basic wire wrap where you leave a little bit of space here because you're going to wrap the wire around it, and then you do a twist and wrap the wire around your round nose pliers so it makes like a question mark kind of shape. Then holding it with the pliers, you just wrap the long end around that little bit that we left open at the top of the grapes. How many times you wrap this around is up to you. It depends on how thick you want this to look. So that looks pretty good to me. Then I'm going to want these wires to be facing opposite sides. So I'm just going to grab one and pull it around. And now I am going to add the leaf beads. So I will trim off the little bend that I put on this wire, and these are very long for the tendrils, so I don't have to be like precious and dainty with where I cut that off. I just needed to cut that little bend off. Then I'm going to slide the leaf down to here, and I'll just fold the wire over that and twist the bead to make a twist in the wire. So that's nice and close to the top of my bunch. And now I am going to use my round nose pliers to make the tendril. Now this is something that can take a lot of practice. So I'm not using the base of the pliers because that's going to be a little bit thick, and I'm not at the very end because that's a little skinny. So just somewhere in the middle. And then I'm tightening and turning it, and tightening and turning, and it's making this little coil, and I'm making the end of it move up so that the place where I'm coiling around the pliers is roughly the same, so that the coils will be a very nice even circle and not tapered. And then the end of the wire is facing down toward my grape. I should have put that little bend back in the wire before I did this, but oh well. And then you can just pull this out a little bit to make it pretty. Off camera I will put that little bend back in. I'm going to trim this one off a little bit. That's too much for me. So here, what you should have done last time, Camille, bend the little end over. This is just as with all of the little ends that we bend over in the wire community, so that you don't poke or scratch yourself. So these pliers do a really nice job of flattening that out. And then again, I'm going to grab it with the round nose pliers and just start grabbing and twisting. And I'm going to also make sure that I flatten that little end in with the rest of this tendril. Make the end face downward and pull it out a little bit. And there are my beaded grapes.